back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to film on this look. This is the look. It's like bluish green, kind of like camo themed, I guess. And then there's some nice blue underneath the lash line. Also, I just wanted to point out that I re-dyed my hair on the bottom. It is red and it fades into an orange. So I re-dyed that, so that's super fun. But without further ado, we're just going to get into the video. Also, I'm eating tater tots. So like, I apologize in advance. The thing that I always like to start with when I'm doing these types of like really intense dark looks, I always like to start with a brow bone highlight, but before I do that, I like to tame my brows, and I just use this brush from Emax Design. It looks like that, and I used the boar bristle side, and I just kind of comb my brows up and over. And that's basically all I do for my brows because I don't need a lot of color in them, as you guys can probably tell. And that's all I do for the brows. And then next we are going to move on to the brow bone highlight. For the brow bone highlight, I'm going to use this brush from Dragon Pad. It's like a flat, rounded fluff brush. And I'm going to take Snow from my Lorac Pro 2 palette, just that shade right there. And I'm just going to dip it a little bit in that color and apply it right on that brow bone. And if you want, you can wet your brush when doing this, but I like to start off using it dry, just because I like that look better to start off, and then if I want it more intense, I can go back in at the end and add more. And so I'm also going to take some of this color and apply it in the inner corner. And as you guys see, there's a more peach shade on the inner corner, which we will do that later. Next, we're going to move on to our transition shade. So for the transition shade, I'm going to be taking my MAC 224 brush. You guys have seen this brush, obviously, before. It's my ride or die. If you go to MAC, this is the one eye brush you need to get. And I'm going to take brown, which is this shade over here. Just take, literally, you only need a little bit. And I'm going to put this in the crease as more of a transition shade. This color isn't really going to show up, so you can be pretty messy with it. I normally just like to slap it in the crease, as always, focusing on the outer corner and blending that baby inwards. And that's basically all you do with that shade. It doesn't really take much effort. I just like to have a nice base for the rest of the shadows that we're going to apply. Next, I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Mocha. All we're going to do with this shade is add a little bit more intensity to the crease. There's really no, this color isn't really like crucial. I just like to throw that in there just to add a little bit more depth. And then next we're going to go back in with that exact same Dragon Pad brush we took earlier, and we're going to take this beautiful dark green shade over here, which is called Jade, and this color is incredibly pigmented. And like always, we're going to focus it on the outer corner. And as you guys can see, that's what gave it the more green look on the outer edge. And you can feather it on your lid if you'd like. It's really all up to you. And then as I work with this, I'm just going to slowly push it into the crease. Like so. And next we're going to go back in with that same MAC brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of navy. And when I say a little bit, I literally mean just a little bit, because this color can be so dark, but we are going to blend it out. So I just wiped off my brush a little bit, and we're gonna start to blend that puppy out. Like so. So that's basically all it is for that. And then we're gonna go back in with this exact same dragon pad brush. Wet my brush a little bit, and we're gonna go in with snow again on the brow bone just to intensify that guy a little bit more. And some people like to focus their brow bone highlight more so on the arch. I do mine on the whole thing just because I like the way it looks. I mean, there's not really much to it. I just like how it looks personally. And then I'm also going to go back in with snow and just apply a little bit more on the inner corner. I also just took a little bit of navy and ran it under my lower lash line. Next, I'm going to go in with this MAC pigment. This one is in Copper Sparkle, and I'm going to take it on my MAC 224. Just dip a little bit. I'm not the biggest fan of the packaging of these pigments, but like, what can you do? And I'm just going to apply that over top of the rest of the color just to add some shimmer. And now for the fun part, which is the lids. Super glowy, and then also the inner corners are just like in your face. For that, we are going to take this exact same dragon pad, wet it a little bit again, and I'm going to take my Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. My dog stepped on this and almost completely destroyed it, so don't mind that. But we're going to take a little bit of Forever Lit, which is this white color over here, and tap off the excess, and we're just going to apply that to the lid, my dude. You want this, you can make this as intense as you want, but I want it to kind of appear like a cut crease. So that's how we're doing it, my guy. Just like that. I literally love tater tots so much. And then for the inner corner, we're also just going to take that exact same glow palette with the same brush, and we're going to take Daydream and pop this guy right on that inner corner, my guy. And I like to bring my inner corner highlight, as you guys can see, they go down pretty far. I just like the way it looks, so that's basically all it is for the shadow. For the liner, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Mega Last retractable eyeliner in black, and I'm going to line my lower waterline, and I'm also going to tightline like that. And for this look, personally, I don't like to have my lower lash line super dark, so I kind of leave it like that. And for mascara, I'm going to use my CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom Waterproof Mascara. I've been in love with this. That's what the brush looks like. Me and my grandma like went through all of her makeup, and she was like, "Do you want this? I never use it." I was like, "Sure." And now it's like my favorite thing ever. If you know where to find it, let me know. If it's discontinued, also let me know, because I would be very depressed. I love this mascara. If you haven't tried it, I will put the link. If I do find it online, I'll put the link down below. So yeah, that's basically the mascara. As far as the face goes, I'm going to use that Glow palette, and I'm going to use 143 on my cheeks for this look. And if you haven't watched Nicole Guerrero, you wouldn't know what 143 means. But if you look in her description box, it's in the video. It's in the description of almost every one of her videos. It stands for I love you, which is super sweet. I love Nicole Guerrero. I literally idolize her. And then what I normally do, you guys are going to find this really weird, but when I don't wear a lip color, I apply a little bit of a highlighter to my lips just to make them look like I've got a nice gloss on, you know what I'm saying? And that is your completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, comment down below what videos you'd like me to do in the future. I want to do some Q&A, so if you have any questions that you might want to ask me, you can leave those below as well. I love you guys to the moon and back, into little bits and pieces and more, and I will see you in my next video real soon. Bye, guys. Mwah.